And welcome back to Atreyu News. Breaking: mass casualties just reported out of California. The cursed state of California. San Diego shooting: mass casualties incident declared. Gunman was reloading gun throughout. Suspect down. Breaking 911.com. Mass casualties incident declared in San Diego shooting. Video appears to capture gunshots in San Diego shooting, as many as 7 victims reported. It's terrible. Let's take a look. .com or Breaking 911 reported California police responded to an active shooter incident in the UTC neighborhood of San Diego Sunday evening. The scene is at La Jolla Crossroads apartment complex on Judicial Drive. We're on scene of a shooting in an area 9000 Judicial. The suspect has been shot. There's no further threat. So it sounds like he has been put down. As many as 7 victims have been shot. The gunman is down, police say. According to CBS 8, the shooter was reloading his gun throughout the incident. Police have asked residents to shelter in place and want witnesses to stay on scene. Fascinating. I'd be kind of curious to see what this was motivated through. Breaking: look what Trump sacrificed to get Dems on board with $1 trillion deal. Included in the new bill is $1.5 billion for border security, but nothing for the wall. Just in, Congress reaches deal to fund the government through September, staving off shutdown threat, congressional sources confirm. The bill contains $1.5 billion for border security, but no funding toward border wall construction or hiring of ICE agents. That doesn't sound very good at all. That's a huge part. We can't accept a few good months and illegal immigration down 60%. Like a few good months, we can't accept that as complete victory. A wall must be constructed. The bill contains $1.5 billion for border security, but no funding toward border wall. Democrats clearly laid out principles. This is an agreement that reflects those principles. No, it isn't. It is an agreement that reflects the world order's open border agenda. That's what it is. This agreement is good agreement for the American people and takes the threat of a government shutdown off the table. The bill ensures taxpayer dollars aren't used to fund an ineffective border wall, excludes poison pill riders, and increases investments in programs that the middle class relies on, like medical research, education, and infrastructure. Early on in this debate, Democrats clearly laid out principles. At the end of the day, this is an agreement that reflects those principles. I don't see how it does. All it does is reflect the world order's ability to keep the borders open indefinitely, to minimalize and shrink the native population that already lives here to the point of extinction. The wall must be built. So that is not very good news at all. Sad. Bernie Sanders even can't stand Democrats anymore. A recent editorial has exposed how Bernie Sanders thinks Democrats have gone too far. From the New York Post, it tells you something about the state of the party when the main voice calling Democrats to sanity isn't even a member. It's Senator Bernie Sanders, the proud socialist. Don't get us wrong. Bernie's economics are as cocky-eyed as ever. Still, he's been playing the moderate against Democrats' current chairman, Tom Perez, and a former one, Howard Dean, who was himself once the party's presidential runner-up. Sanders' disagreement with the Perez actually started while the two were doing a series of joint speaking gigs, a supposed unity tour, at the senator's request. The two added a rally for Heath Mello, a promising candidate for mayor of Omaha, Nebraska. Then pro-choice hardliners noted that Mello used to be a pro-lifer and still says he's personally opposed to abortion for religious reasons. Elise Hogue, the head of the narrow pro-choice America, denounced both Sanders and Perez for backing candidates who substitute their own judgment and ideology for that of their female constituents. Perez instantly surrendered, saying, I fundamentally disagree with Heath Mellow's personal beliefs on abortion, congratulating him for giving up on writing those beliefs into law and warning every candidate who runs as a Democrat should do the same. Should every voter who's uneasy cheering for Planned Parenthood switch to the GOP? Look, Democrats will never have passed the Obamacare law without the votes of sort of pro-lifers like Senator Bob Casey. Of course, several of those politicians felt betrayed when Team Obama used it to mandate abortion and contraceptive coverage, but that's another story. You can't just exclude people who disagree with us on one issue, Bernie warned. He stuck with Mello because, number one, mayors don't have much to do with abortion anyway, and number two, the left will never win majorities if it insists on thought control, which brings us to his flap with Dean. Well, you know the left has problems when a socialist is starting to make more sense, and has made more sense for a long time, than the current bunch of leading Democrats.